Yo, before we get going, I just want to let you something. Pre-match, midweek.
Pre-match.
Real Madrid, they're going to play Sheriff. Sheriff did a job on them in Spain,
yeah.
Pre-match conference now. They asked Carlo, what's it like managing Real Madrid, after Everton? And he was like, everybody would rather have a Ferrari than a Fiat 500. Fam, how you gonna kill Evertonians like that?
There's only one place to start. Antonio Conte. I think he's realised now.
But that's what he said.
This task is impossible almost.
He's thinking, I bet you were ringing his agent. Do I get a 14-day cancellation policy or what?
What did he say? What did he say? What did Conte say?
After the match, he went, I've come to realise that this is a bigger job than what I initially thought. I think he thought, because he's obviously seen that these players have got potential.
Yes.
Right? But you don't really know a team until you train with that team and you work with them players, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of dead wood in that Tottenham team.
It's embarrassing though.
But that was mad. This is a team that 7 years ago wasn't even a team.
It's embarrassing. You know why he's come at the wrongest time? Kane and Son, who were carrying this team for so long, they're not even firing right now. Everything's dipping.
Yeah, they've had a dip.
We spoke about it last week, and I think it's a cursed job. I think Pochettino did so well with that club. He's made people think this is a big club, but the mentality of Levy is still a small club, man.
Yeah.
You don't buy big, you don't pay big salaries, you keep players who are loyal, whatever. They've finished Kane. They've finished Kane. Kane doesn't want to play there anymore.
They are killing him.
And with that, the other players around him. Now to me, if I'm a manager coming in, the first thing I'm doing, which Nuno didn't starting with Kane.
I know.
But then Levy's on his back. The fans are on his back. All the players are like whatever. You need to be backed with that sort of decision. A big manager comes in. Look, Kane, you know what? Tell Levy, you want to keep him, no problem. I'm not playing him.
Yeah.
That's what you need. But that club doesn't run without Levy straightening it out.
He's got an iron fist.
Rules with that iron fist. You could tell even. Have you watched the documentary?
No.
All or Nothing on Prime. You know what?
Was it good?
Great, because Mourinho's in it. Mourinho's a character.
Oh yeah.
And you can tell it's all about
his way
Levy.
It's his way.
Even Mourinho's the boss. Levy's always like just in his ear, like he's a smooth talker as well. He's smooth.
Yeah.
But he gets what he wants.
That's what he is. A businessman.
It's a business for him, though, isn't it? And it's a
but
first job.
I'll tell you something.
It's going to be hard.
It was a good business midweek, was it? In the Europa Conference.
That was so embarrassing.
NS Mura, remember the name?
Slovenian first division, but
job. They won the Slovenian job over Conte and Tottenham. And I'm happy for him. I'll be honest, I'm happy for him.
Well, obviously we are. They're like part-timers. They work other jobs. Builders, plumbers, whatever their job.
You could call them giant killers after what they've done.
Absolutely slaughtered them. And the Tottenham legends, they're on the case of Dele Alli,
I don't know why.
Ndombele. The guys who played though, they are supposed to be top professionals.
I know.
Playing against semi-professionals.
I know.
And you're getting buoyed by a team that was not existent 7 years ago.
At the same time though, right? Tottenham are in a bad place, bad phase, a dip, a massive dip. They've just had a manager change. They're going through a transition, whatever you want to call it, right? It's the manager's job now to get that fire back in them players, right? So he's just come out and said, listen, it's a much bigger job than what I initially thought it is.
Do you know, I mentioned this before as well, it's like United might be okay against Chelsea because it's that new manager thing. When a new manager comes in, you won't it's just different. It's just a reaction from the players. Even though he was still in the thing, it's a reaction from the players. But same thing with Conte. How is such a big manager like Conte going into Tottenham and not being able to get a reaction from the players? That is mad, that, isn't it?
Clicking on the pitch.
Do you know Mourinho had the same thing at Tottenham? He came out and said something similar.
Yeah.
This is not, people think that because of the success Tottenham have had, this is an easy job.
This is the history of Tottenham.
Yeah, it's not an easy job, Tottenham. And I think with Mourinho, it's been evident with when he came to Man U, I think he literally had some good success. Then he realised, and then after a bit, it was like, look, second's an achievement here.
But not only that, he wasn't really given the full backing.
Yeah.
If he was given the full backing, he would have done a much better job.
Well, we'll see how much. I mean, I don't know how much backing Conte will have, unless if they sell Kane. Get some money which he can spend. Where is he going to spend? Levy's not going to cough out 200 million to give him, is he?
Levy would argue that he spent substantially already in the past couple of years on this team. That he would, Levy's going to turn around and argue and say, listen, You're the big manager.
Have they even spent as much as?
You know what? I don't even think. You know, it's so. I don't think he's really bothered. You know, Levy, because he's more bothered about getting NFL at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium than Tottenham being like in the top 4. Because for him, it's money. He's a businessman. He's a businessman.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
you're right. But have they spent even as much as Aston Villa, buying the likes of Leon Bailey, Buendia, breaking records? They haven't, innit? They haven't been spending. Who have they bought in this window? Is it Emerson, the right back, maybe?
Yeah, that's what.
Like, who are they buying? Which big name have Tottenham
They
bought?
haven't bought a big name.
They've sold Lamella as well. They've got players moving, and now you
See that in that game, Lamella would have been
you need them guys with experience,
the fight,
with nous,
the
with
bite,
fight.
yeah. But yeah, man,
That's
forget Tottenham now.
Enough about Tottenham.
Yeah.
They're not even going to make the top. They're not
making top 4.
The Europa Conference. They're not even going to make it next year.
I don't think they are, you know.
That's how bad it is.
I know.
It's tough. It's competitive. The biggest game, which was hyped up to be this weekend in the Premier League, was Manchester United
Chelsea.
Obviously, it was a big game.
It was a very good game.
It was a good game to watch. And after the result, midweek, after what you call him carrot cake, Michael Carrick's first game, I was slaughtered on this podcast. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? The first thing I said was, he's gonna obviously be better than Ollie because Ollie was in that much of a bad place. But I would have assumed that he'd be a bit more tactically aware. And you could see it straight away. For me, this game, watching it, I was happy. Even though he played the most defensive lineup, he played Fred, Matic and McTominay, and you're watching. I bet you most fans are watching what's going on.
Right, you're saying that he's played defensive, but actually, you know what he's done? He's respecting the opponent.
He is.
He's letting his own team know, listen, we can't take these guys lightly, right?
Yeah.
So we've got a plan in place, right? You have to, straight away, you watch Carrick now, 2 games, right?
Yes.
He's got his team knowing, look, there's a job on hand. Even against Villarreal, right? They turned up 50 minutes, 60 minutes. You were thinking, you know what? I'm very surprised here.
Yeah, we played these guys twice already, and
Yeah.
they've been much easier to play than this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So, but then, obviously, he's then sent a message to his players, right? It changes now. Let's start pushing on a little bit. Let's push up further up the park. Let's start working it better. And let me tell you now.
Who has shined the most since Carrick's become the manager? Freddie?
I think the big.
Come here. Get your face on the pod, kid.
The day has come.
Alright, Fred's manager. How you doing?
Sit down. We were watching the game.
How much you get?
Fred was doing well. He's looking at me.
How much of a cut is Fred giving you?
You know what?
You better be on Fred's Christmas card list. That's all I'm
Yo,
saying.
he better be sending me something.
He better be sending you something.
You know what?
The way you've been backing him.
We were watching the game together.
In fact, stop that 1 second. McFred both played brilliant today.
Bodied it.
But I don't think McTominay should have got man of the match over Fred though.
Yeah. I think they both played really well, didn't they?
Yeah, they both had
And
it.
a smile on his
Look
face.
how happy he is.
No. Look, they're making me out like.
Really like
You know
a
what?
Cheshire cat.
Do you know what? This guy was watching the game with me. Every time Fred does something good, he goes, "I'm surprised, Bah. Wow, Bah."
No.
And then
his blood was boiling.
his blood was
boiling. You know like you do with Pogba.
Yeah.
When Pogba does something well, you're thinking, I can't believe
And
this
then-
guy. But you still admit it. Yeah, you still admit it.
You
Yeah.
never admit Pogba.
I never admit. I know what Pogba is and what he isn't. Everyone else is deluded about Pogba.
Anyway, stop
Let's
right
not
there.
talk about Pogba. He's not even. No. This guy, yeah. And then after Fred wins the ball back high, we're in a good goal scoring situation, and then he plays a shit pass, and then he looks at me. This is your friend. This is your player. And I'm thinking, is he my brother?
Send him a text. What about when he got given a note? I was thinking he's going to drop that note on the floor and do a classic Fred. Just make a big mistake.
I'm thinking, am I this guy's agent or something? I'm not invested in him. But, now you know what? When I looked at the team sheet, and I looked at it in terms of midfielders, defenders, and attackers,
yeah.
the real 2 attackers.
Isn't that every team sheet though?
No, because the formation, the formation was like a 4-3.
Shut the front door. I looked at it, midfielders, defenders, attackers.
Hold this.
Know what I mean?
Hold this. We've got a tactics board now. Innit? Let me show you Wagwan, yeah? We've got the tactics board. Here we go, yeah? So when I looked at it, the formation was actually a 4-3-1-2, innit? That is the formation. Bruno as a 10.
Yeah.
But when I actually looked at the formation,
Yeah.
not just the names, it did remind me. I just thought, this guy's picked super old school Alex Ferguson.
4-4-2.
Picked 4-4-2 grafters, 2 ballers,
Yeah.
2 attackers. And you know what? I like that. I like that. I thought this guy's gone. With some respect, put some respect on Chelsea's name.
But I
which
told
he should.
you, I told you this about Arteta. He was doing something similar
Yeah,
with Arsenal. He
yeah.
just took them back to basics.
Back to basics. Yeah.
That's what. Sometimes these players need that.
Yeah.
You just do the basics right.
Carrick played in these systems, and who was doing the Carrick role? If you watch it, was Matic was doing the Carrick role.
It was, yeah.
Everyone else was running around pressing shit,
Just sweeper.
and he was sweeping behind them. And that's
everything
what I would say. I'm not even like impressed. I'm not like, wow, we're great. It's just,
No, I'm impressed with Carrick.
It's just we've
Because
done the
it's only been
simple
2
things.
games.
He's made the simple,
It's
the
been
right
1
decisions.
week.
Yeah.
It's been 1 week, and things look very different.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking Carrick could possibly fight for top 4, get in top 4.
Yeah, but he's not going to be because Rangnick is here now.
I think the best thing that Carrick's, I don't know. Ragnarok. Yeah, when is he coming in? When is he buy from?
Supposed to be from next game. He's the manager, isn't it?
Is he?
Is he though?
That with these 2 results.
He might do, but the thing
No.
is, he's here on a long
They can't
term.
do it. Please do not do an Ollie and give him the. Ollie, when he came in, he won like 5-1 and then he won like 4-0 or something in his first 2 games, and then he won like 1-0 against Tottenham or something. Yeah, and then they gave like everyone was hyping him up. Let's not do that with Carrick, please.
But that's
And
not
let's,
happening either.
We're not hyping him. We're not hyping him.
Yeah.
But you have to ask the question.
I'll tell you one thing that he's done that Ole never has done. Yeah. Bench Ronaldo in the Premier League. Bench him.
no, benched him once,
No.
and then they lost that.
Yeah. No. But he benched him. Yeah. When he's had many games, played too much, whatever.
Yeah.
I watched Ronaldo's face. Ronaldo wasn't happy. He wasn't happy to be on the bench. Ronaldo wanted to play this game. Brought him on at 60 minutes, like managers would with someone who's 36 years old. What did you say, Abs? He's been benched in the last 9 years. He started on the bench 5 games when he's been fit. 5 games. This is 6th. Yeah?
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Even though this guy is the best player that's ever existed, yeah? This guy, if he said something bad about you, your career is probably over. That's how influential Ronaldo is. Even Abs made a great point. He said when he moved the Coca-Cola bottle out of the way in the Euros, Coca-Cola share prices dropped. That's how important and how big Ronaldo is. You are now Michael Carrick, interim manager. He told him, listen, today you're not starting. He goes out in the pre-match conference saying, look, we've had a chat, and this is what the tactics we're going to go
The
with.
biggest thing like
That's
that
a big
people
call.
do not
A very big
see,
call.
like since Carrick has taken over, making me say carrot cake now.
That's his name, Carrot Cake.
Is make them more solid at the back. Like the last game, they drew, they
won.
they won 2-0.
Yeah.
They had a clean sheet after God knows
How
how
many
many
games? I don't know how many games.
And obviously this game was different as well, and they could have had a clean sheet.
Chelsea are the champions of Europe.
Yeah.
So only concede 1 goal to the champions of Europe. Yeah.
And it was
very impressive.
It was a cheap
A
penalty.
very cheap goal.
Cheap penalty.
So you have credit where credit's due. Bailly played very well.
Bailly, that's what I'm going to say. So Bailly has now come in for the most ludicrous defender in English
Can't
history.
defend your block. Maguire.
You know what? I have to agree now. You know, I'm going to have to give you that. Can't defend your block, yeah? This guy has come in and today looked beastly. Absolutely, just knowing where to be.
As a side note,
Yeah, go on.
because it just popped up in my head now, right? At the end of this season, we're going to have the worst 11 players to have played this season.
We were messing about because we've got the tactics board now, right?
The team of the week, we're going to have the worst team, of the season. The worst 11 players of the
Maguire's
season.
already on it.
And I tell you who's the captain. Maguire.
Maguire's definitely the captain.
He's
of
the
that.
captain.
He's the captain of that.
El Capitan. You know what I mean? That guy's an idiot.
But think about, today's game. To say that Chelsea have just whooped Juve
4-0.
4-0 in the Champions League.
They come off a massive
Reece
game.
James looking like unplayable.
We were
A
saying
few
this earlier,
players.
he doesn't have
Chilwell
quiet
obviously got
games.
injured. The forwards.
They've not been having. I know.
Yeah.
But they don't have quiet games.
Yeah.
Like for Rudiger to take the shot he did, just goes to show the confidence in that
Confidence
Chelsea
in the
team
team.
right now.
And for me,
And that was a good shot, smashed the crossbar.
for me, how Tellez dealt with
James.
James.
Credit where it's due.
And if you look back to the Liverpool Man U game, how we were playing like as a 6-7 at back, be like a cross, whereas they actually looked like they were so organised. The ball was on the right side. Tellez just thought, right, I'm getting on to James now.
Yeah.
James is just my man now.
Yeah.
They're going to deal with that over there.
Yeah.
And it just looked good. It just worked. And
The Fred Jorginho thing as well.
Fred on Jorginho
He was
early.
on him.
But he is that player. You know, Jorginho's. Some people are like, why is he nominated for Ballon d'Or. It's because if you let that guy play,
Bro,
he dictates
everything.
He's a quarterback.
Can I just say something 1 minute? It's not Ballon d'Or.
Oh, it's the Ballon d'Or, my friend. What is it?
Who said that? By the way, was that Abs? Did Abs say that?
You know what? I heard it's a guy with the like blondish hair.
I heard that guy who likes designer. The Ballon d'Or. You know what? If Dior sponsored it, that'd be mad.
Sick.
That'd be mad. They call it the Ballon d'Or.
That'd be sick.
Hard.
It'd look better. The trophy would look better as well.
It would.
It would definitely look better.
So you know what? If we look back at the game, I think I'm moving now back to football, right? I still think I watched that and I still thought Chelsea could win here. And
No, let's be honest.
Until
the last
the goal,
10 minutes.
Yeah. Because what they do, and I told you this during watching the game, Chelsea, they choke you out, they strangle you, they press you really high, they wait for you to make a mistake and they capitalise on it.
Bang.
And the pressure always pays off. And like what I said to Faz, and I might have said it to you on the way here as well, is no matter who's playing for that Chelsea team, the tactics are so instilled in them that Tuchel could think, right, Pulisic's playing right wing back now. James is going to go to the left back because he got so bossed by Tellez. Yeah. Thought, let me try him on the other side.
Switched him.
Is he going to get a goal? Alonso's not having the greatest game.
Yeah.
But everyone knows the system so well, and the system works great.
And it just goes to show how good them players are, that they're that interchangeable.
Exactly.
I've got one last question for you guys. Yeah.
Go on then.
It's about Ragnarok. Yeah.
Yeah. Rangnick. We haven't even discussed what you think about that. Yeah?
Rangnick. So people go on about obviously he's a good manager and he's built teams and this and that. My question to you guys is: so if he's such a good manager, if he's such a good tactician, yeah, why hasn't he ever gone to a big club?
All right, you know him. I looked into him a little bit. I think it was in 2011. He had a breakdown. I think.
Did he?
He stepped away from management. So he was. I think he was managing. Was it
Schalke?
Schalke. He took him to the Champions League final.
Is he the one who managed Schalke when they were going through that mad phase with
Yeah, and they were killing everyone.
Huntelaar was killing Real.
That was
Rangnick's. Okay.
He had a breakdown. He had a mental breakdown, right? And then he sidestepped.
We can see this guy's got this. He's got the question.
He took
lined
a sidestep.
He's going to put you in a corner, by the way.
I don't mind.
Watch out for him.
He took a sidestep and went I think he took a break first from management, and then he took a different role within football clubs, right? Yeah. So then, when obviously now you're talking about why hasn't he gone to a big club, right? And I think a lot of the times, if you think back then, 2011, 2010, 2012, people at big clubs wanted managers who are reputable and ready to come in and win everything. They didn't look at philosophies then. His philosophy has been what is popular now, but for 25 years. Now his philosophy is the in thing. Klopp, Hasenhüttl,
and they look
Pep,
up to him like
right now. All them guys in the game respect
Pep
him and
would
think
respect Bielsa, for example. Yeah,
like they look up to him now, and like Tuchel, he was Tuchel's coach, teacher, yeah. And the way Tuchel speaks about him, he said this. He said, I shared it in the group. I think he said back then, you as a team, you would get told follow the players, even if they go to the bathroom, you follow them to the bathroom. That's how you follow them on the pitch. Yeah, that's how you follow them on the pitch, right? But he said Ragnarok came in and said, you don't need to do that. You work in systems, you work in position, you move like this and you move like that.
Maybe a bit more
zonal.
zonal.
You understand?
You're pressing space rather than
right.
pressing players. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So now, if you go back then, nobody ever spoke about a manager's philosophy in the game ever. I can remember watching the game. Never once
philosophy,
the word philosophy in football was like, if you said that then, you'd be like, is this guy smoking crack?
Do you know? So go on. What's your next question?
You know, Faz, is do I want manager or someone that's gonna look after my club come in and have a mental breakdown? No offense to any. No offense to any people that have mental health issues, but like I'm just saying, someone that's going to come into club, do I want them to have a mental breakdown looking after Manchester United? Because wait, let me finish. Okay, let me finish now.
You've already spoken for like 2 minutes on this.
So if he's going to come into it,
It's called Rangnick.
I prefer Rangnick.
all due respect to the other clubs is dealt with, yeah? Man United is a different kettle of fish right now, yeah?
Okay,
in terms of trying to fix it, in trying to trying to think, because there's more than just coming in and managing it up.
Go on.
So, like, do I want that to?
Can you trust his
Can I
mental
trust
health?
him? Yeah,
Yeah?
no, not trust his mental health. Can I trust him coming in and?
Is that what you're saying?
Don't swerve it now.
Why do you come here and show your
No.
Number one. We
That's
don't
a question
talk
to you
about-
guys.
We haven't talked about mental health
Too much on this podcast. It's a serious thing, of course, yeah? And it's more important than football, than this, than that, right? Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're hiring someone, you don't want someone who's going to break down halfway through the season or whatever.
That was 10
But-
years, 10 years ago.
No, but it's not even about 10 years ago. Since then, what this man has done is go on to be RB Leipzig's, or the Red Bull football brand's
Yes.
football director. He's managed 2 teams and
At
got
the
them,
same time.
and he's got them to the top level of football,
Not only
of
that,
European
not
football.
only that.
They've generated some of the best footballers.
That's right.
And they've also generated some of the best managers.
Yeah.
And they've also generated some of the most money on transfers. This guy, now, what did I say was last week? This is my defence. This was a good defence. Last week I told you the problem was still Alex Ferguson and his cronies. Not just Alex Ferguson, all the pundits involved, all the ex-players at Man U. That's the culture is the problem. Why did Rangnick not take the job at Chelsea? Because it was an interim manager's job. He's a football director of a big football organisation. Why is he interested in this job? He's coming to be football director. Management is a secondary thing. He's here now. He's going to guide the coaching staff at Man U, get them and the players, get them to know his philosophy from now. And then, once the manager he wants to come in, things are already in motion. Everyone at the club is now set. We're going to play this way. This is what we're going to do. This is the philosophy. The new manager is going to come in and take over in the summer, and that person's going to do it for long term. So for me, whatever he does as a manager, I don't even care about. We've actually got someone who's going to change the culture, hopefully, at the top. And if he's allowed to change it from the top, Man U will become a successful club for the next 10 years. So I don't care what we get or don't get this year, as long as we get a manager that he selects coming summer, and we play that way going forward. That's my answer to that. Do you want to add to it or take away?
All I will say is this, right? You have to, aside from, anybody can have a mental breakdown, first of all. Anyone.
Yeah, that's true.
Anybody can have an episode where you have a traumatic event in your life, a stressful event in your life, and boom, next thing you know, something changes inside your mind, and you fall, right? But it's not about how you fall; it's how you get up and come back, right?
Yeah.
And he's at the same time. There's not many people I can say in the modern game that can manage 2 football clubs and make them top teams, competing with other top teams on small budgets. You have to understand this as well, and then creating and spotting raw talent. This is his philosophy, you know. Finding unknown players that look like have got a little bit of potential, and then making them world class. Finding coaches that look like they've got a little bit of potential. The new manager of Bayern Munich, he found him.
Yeah.
He brought him through and gave him the reins. And you have to think to yourself, why has he never been at a big club? He is at a big club right now. How is he at a big club? You're gonna ask me. The guy who he's nurtured and brought through is now managing Bayern Munich. Yeah.
Look, that's why I thought.
This is what I mean. But when obviously you asked him personally, he's not the coach of Bayern Munich. No, but the guy who's the coach of Bayern Munich,
guy who's raised him,
brings him and says, "Listen, I've got a question for you. This, and this. How would you use these guys right now? How would you get them to play? What would be your setup in this situation?"
And we're not talking. This is not a long time ago. This manager's just come through.
So for me, right, in the Prem, like, if you look at
call it the philosophy, yeah?
his philosophy of the game,
You've got 2 teams. I know where you go with this. 2 teams at the best in the Prem. They are taught by this guy.
he's taught obviously them.
Tuchel, Klopp. But Klopp also, let me say this. Klopp's got a football academy which teaches coaches and children his philosophy, yeah?
Yep.
That is one of the most sought after. That's where coaches now want to go.
They all go
worldwide.
there.
They go to Germany to learn from this academy.
That's right.
Again, what we're saying, this guy taught Klopp this. And that's where
Hasenhüttl as well. He's
Hasenhüttl,
also a product of that same philosophy.
And that's why I say Hasenhüttl's the man
Yep.
for the job, because he's not had the opportunity. He's not. I would love to see what he can do with Man U.
Hasenhüttl's his boy, you know that, don't you?
Yeah. So, well, I don't know that, but
He's his
he
boy.
just,
So like,
to me, it clicked.
these coaches, there's a breed of coaches right now that have stemmed from his philosophy of the game, and it's in my opinion, it's the best philosophy of the game. The way they play, the way they kill teams.
Well, there's also Pep.
No, but Pep
and
right now,
the Barca way.
But which way looks better?
No. Look, I think Pep. All right.
You know what I mean?
This is a philosophical.
This is a
debate
discussion for another time.
It is.
Yeah.
But
it was a good question. I think it's,
Great
to be
question.
honest, real talk, my real opinion, right? I don't think he's going to change anything this season, right? Him coming in, the kind of philosophy he's got, the players that you've got at Man United, they're not used to working this way, right? They're not used to playing in this way. Like Jamie Carragher said it today on Super Sunday. He said this. He said, when Klopp came to Liverpool,
Yeah, I
it
remember
didn't
this
change
at the
overnight.
time. Yeah.
He made the players run 12 to 13 kilometers every single match. That's how much you're running.
And it took
So,
him years to get
yeah.
to that level.
Now, yeah, Liverpool now look like absolute machines. But where were they when they first come in? For them to get up there, and initially when they come in, a lot of the players were getting regular muscle injuries because they were the bodies were adjusting to this way of playing. So it will take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Even then,
Good appointment. Let's just say,
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Good
Brilliant.
for the future of Man U. As long as
it's a long-term thing.
as long as he has the say,
Yeah.
as long as someone doesn't say, someone who doesn't know anything about football, or someone who's an ex-legend or ex-senior person at the club.
The only thing I will say
comes and says something
as a
to him.
negative,
Yeah.
is that if he doesn't have the full control of who comes in next,
Yeah.
right, there will be problems then.
Yeah, there will.
Because
There
you're
will.
going to undermine the coach. Things are going to happen, and boom, it's going to fail.
So-
So if he's got full control, and Fergie's not in control of anything, it's just him now.
He can be on the board like
No,
he
but
is.
obviously he's got a
and
voice, but
consult
it's not-
and whatever.
he's got a
but
voice,
he's
but
not
he's
the
not-
guy who's going to say.
He's not
and
the
it goes.
commanding voice,
Yeah.
right? That Ragnarok is. If it's the other way, it can mess it up.
Hopefully, it's a change of culture. And on that note, we talked about culture. We talked about Klopp. It's Liverpool looking slick again. You called Chelsea's a slip up. Well, Liverpool have just made the most of that slip up against Southampton.
So did Man City.
What a fantastic game! Yeah, so did
did
City.
Man City, yeah.
But the Liverpool game, man, I was watching that. The two things that stuck out to me, I'm not gonna lie, was Van Dijk's first goal for Liverpool since coming back from his injury, and how emotional he was. He got emotional. He wanted to celebrate, then he realised it's against Southampton,
Yeah.
and then he stopped, and then you could tell he just got emotional
Yeah.
with the rest of his teammates. For me, that moment was actually why you watch football.
Yeah.
So inspirational, such a gent,
Yeah.
like a true gent.
He's a humble guy.
Like he's so like this moment for him is like the last year and a bit.
Yeah.
I've been struggling with this injury. I'm now back. I've scored a goal in the Premier League for my team. We might go on to win the Prem now. He believes in himself again, but still had like the consciousness that, oh no, you know what? These fans, they used to love me,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna go celebrate
Yeah.
like I would. And
And
you
he
know
just
what?
stopped. I've respected that so much, you know.
That was a moment for
Yeah.
me. It was a
'Cause
moment.
you know for a fact he wanted to erupt there because
Yeah. He wanted to go and like just be
And
Van
he
Dijk
just
again.
stopped, man. I thought, yo, what a G.
What a legend.
What a G.
And then the second thing is, I'm going to let you talk about him, but Thiago. Oh my God.
Listen,
Oh my God.
listen.
It-
From midweek, right?
Yeah.
I know the Southampton game, that goal was a cracker anyway. Because
Yeah.
when he come onto the ball,
Oh,
bam,
boy.
the little roll this way. But midweek, that shot he had, that grass cutter, what a goal.
that
Listen.
Seckers is just
Not even watching the ball go into the net, just watching him hit the
how he
ball.
struck it. Yeah.
That was poetry
That
in
TikTok
motion, bro.
is popping with that
Listen,
goal.
that was
Everywhere.
poetry in motion, bro. If you put opera music on in the background, brother, that move there.
Can I say
slick.
something about Thiago? Right? He sets the tempo, and he's a different player. But since Coutinho left, Klopp's midfielders have all been all-rounders.
Yeah.
They're physical. They've got everything, but they don't have that special
Special
sauce.
sauce.
He's obviously a deeper line player than Coutinho, but he really is that guy. And like I've said, from day one when he's come, he's a door to unlocking different teams.
But he's a killer.
But what he's shown me now is that even against Southampton, we're going to come and press you high. We're going to come hunt you for the ball. He lost it once, and it did almost lead to a chance. But most of the time, he unlocked the door. He picked it up deep, found a little space.
And Liverpool were
Spread the
on
ball
against
so well.
Do you know what? Like everyone, like last season when he came in, and he didn't have the greatest of seasons last season. We all know that.
Yeah.
But like with Klopp players, then not like the only two players that stand out in my head that really smashed in the first season they came was Van Dijk and Alisson. Them two are they came ready, yeah. And Thiago came ready as well, but it took him time to adapt to the Prem. This season, with a lot of Klopp players as well, when they come in, they don't have that impact straight away. Like he has to, he takes that time.
Yeah,
Takes
Minamino or
time.
someone like that.
Yeah, Minamino,
It
it takes time and
Another guy you missed is Jota as well.
Jota, yeah, but Jota's playing.
But he was in the Prem
He's in the Prem already, yeah.
Like a lot of these players that come from the French league or the Italian league or the Spanish league or the German league, very few come and hit the ground running because the physicality of the English game, the tempo in which it's played is a lot faster than the other leagues.
And normally what happens with these players is, after one season, the manager doesn't trust them anymore. They get put to the sidelines, and then they get loaned out. They get sold to a weaker team, but the potential that they had, that player's gone. With Klopp, he is different. He's a different.
Klopp, that's why you got to love Klopp.
He's right. No, he mentioned this, and he said what Klopp does is gives them that season, and rather than losing faith in them, he knows that season's made them now such a player that the second season is always blinding.
Yeah,
these guys are now ready. But you know what?
Thiago's just next.
From the first game he had at Liverpool. You could tell what it was about. It was against Chelsea, wasn't it?
Listen,
and he just came on and controlled the game.
Forget that. Champions League for Bayern. And they won it. Don't forget he left Bayern after winning the Champions League.
Yeah, as a champion.
That season, what he was doing midweek in the Champions League, the sauce he was delivering live on BT Sport every week. We were like, wow.
What a player.
Every team in Europe would have said, please come to us.
I think he's obviously a nomination for Team of the Week.
He's in.
And we've changed it this week. We're not going to mention every nomination, but we will let you know everyone nominated at the end before we select the team. But this guy, I don't think anyone's going to be able to take him out.
He's a 30 For me, he's a 30
No, he is. I want to mention Robertson as well.
Come back from injury.
What a left back performance. This reminds me of 2018 type Robertson, where you look at him and Trent and you think, who's more creative?
But they're both so good right now. But this game,
Robertson had stats-wise most passes in the opposition half, most chances created, and most sprints in the game.
Trent had a bit of an off game.
He did.
He got dispossessed a couple of times in dangerous positions, which led to chances.
And that was down to again Hasenhüttl.
Yes.
Hasenhüttl played three at the back, and rather than waiting for Liverpool to come on to him, he went on to him. Which once Thiago beat that press, that's why they were in such trouble. That's why they were 3-0 at half time.
Yeah.
And Hasenhüttl said it. He said, "Look, there's no way to defend against these guys. So I thought, let me try go after them."
Yeah.
And you know what?
But to be fair though,
at times they created chances and whatever. But
if they were a little bit more comfortable or confident up front, they could have got a couple of goals.
A goal or two in the first half, And then one of the interviewers also asked Klopp the same question. He goes, if you were playing against you, what would you do? He goes, I'm sure they'll find a way. Like trying to act humble. I'm sure there is no way, man.
There's no way.
You press them, they'll beat you press, and they'll punish you.
If you go toe to toe,
if you sit back,
they'll kill you.
If you sit back, they'll get you. Yeah. And that is how good Liverpool are.
Whichever way you play against them, they will kill you. See, this is why I say that philosophy is a little bit stronger than the other one, because when you come up against Man City in some games, you can get them. When you play a certain way, you can get them, and it's been proven. Liverpool lose far less games than Man City do.
Yeah.
There's more chinks in the way they play.
Liverpool, especially now, after second season, Van Dijk's second season, and not Klopp's second season. Once they got a goal, they went from being all gung-ho to once they get a goal, it's over.
Yeah.
And they've got that in them. Regardless of philosophy or whatever, their players know how to keep the ball when they need to, or go at you when they need to. They
manage the game so well.
They're great at that.
So well. Who else do you want to nominate for Team of the Week?
The whole team could have been nominated, by the way. Alisson is another one. I put Salah, Mane and Hendo because they were involved in everything. They weren't the outstanding ones.
Jota's finishes with.
And the guy there was I put Jota, and I put Salah and Mane played out of their skins as usual. But it seemed that Jota was getting himself on the end of everything. Liverpool created.
He's in top form right now.
He just knows he smells how to get goals, and I love players like that. Where's next?
Aston Villa, Crystal Palace.
Go on then, this is your game you want to talk about.
Gerrard, man, and Vieira, they've both been very, very impressive since they've come to the Prem. In fact, Gerrard's only been here 2 weeks, 3 weeks in terms of the games he's had.
Yeah.
And Crystal Palace have been on form. They've been going away, they've been at home, they've been playing against good teams, and they've been getting results, whether it's a win or a draw. They've been getting points out of the bag.
Yep.
Gerrard made this Crystal Palace team that's been on fire, and Gallagher, your boy, who you've been loving off these past few weeks.
Don't talk about Gallagher as well.
You know what I mean?
Gallagher's
where was he? Anyway.
He played well actually still.
Yeah, but no goal, no assist.
Are you also managing Gallagher now as well?
Yeah, he sounds like it. Gallagher, yeah? No, go on. Just let me finish my point. No, please, no. Shut up. Quickly.
Bar's killing it.
No, I don't want to hear it. This is the first time I know. I just said that. This is the first time in 5 games I know.
Or assisted in 5 games.
I just said that. Oh, you did.
But
I just said that, you idiot.
He played out of his skin again.
Yeah, he did so well, but he flopped.
No, he created Bear as well. It's just his team wasn't up for it today or yesterday.
No.
Go on anyway.
They weren't at
continue.
the races like Aston
Continue.
Villa. That's what I'm trying to say about Gerrard. That same team that were letting goals in for fun. They couldn't defend. They were playing like Maguire. Now all of a sudden, they know what they need to do. Every single player is doing bits right now.
Ashley Young's playing left wing. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Ashley Young, man's come in to this team as a 30-something-year-old,
But he,
late in his career, and then a new manager's come and said, "Yo, you want to play for me left wing now, like you used to when you was a kid."
you're in. If you want to play, you're in.
Playing, you know what?
He's his boy.
Having someone like that, we mentioned it last week. Having someone you can rely on, who can talk,
Who you can trust.
I've seen how we talked about how Ronaldo talks to the ref.
Yeah.
That's what Young does.
Yeah.
He goes, "Come on, referee. Like, are you sure? Are you not
That's
going to go
right.
watch?" There's a leadership there that only comes with experience. and with being a respected player, a respected professional.
Of being a player at a top club at the highest level, being a winner.
Yeah.
That comes from that.
Even refs
the
respect you.
Yeah, respect you.
Like, yo, you know what? I'll
He's
listen
been
to
there,
this
done
guy.
that. I'll listen to
Yeah,
him.
who's this idiot?
You know what I mean?
Like,
who's a young lad.
yeah. Who's buying? This Jamaican kid talks to me like, "Oh, I was at a foul." And then,
Young's just come back from Italy after winning the title there.
Yeah.
Right? He's won a lot with Man U.
is England, capped many times for England as well.
Many times.
So you have to respect.
You have to respect him.
on that name, and he played well.
He's been playing very well.
And
2 games he's played against Brighton and against Crystal Palace. Tricky opposition, and they've made it look comfortable.
And then Jota made the right changes at the end. Brought on El Ghazi as well for Young.
Yep.
And he created that moment of magic, El Ghazi, for McGinn's goal. It is looking good for them. It's looking fantastic.
Gerrard's looking
yeah.
good, bro.
Looking like the guy who will replace Klopp eventually. There's many guys who come, your Lampards, your ex-legends, who let you down.
The pretenders, aren't they? The pretenders. The pretenders.
I think Arteta has still got a bit of Wenger in him, and obviously he's got a bit of pep in him.
Yeah.
He might just about bring it round, right?
I think he is turning it around.
But Gerrard is one of them who you can tell straight away he's going to be the guy. He's going to be the guy.
You have to think, you know what? He must have such a simple, direct message he delivers to every single player on the pitch, and boom, it clicks, and it works, and it's working.
Do you know what I liked about him? He's humble. I'm watching him on the side. He's savage, he's screaming, is this towards the end of the game? Oh, whoever it is, come here, do this, do that.
He reminds me of a proper old school manager. Old school Gerrard.
Savage, in the dressing room, he'd be like,
Yeah.
But then in the interview, he gets interviewed by Gary Lineker, asked about his football philosophy. And he asked about all this, he's so humble, down to earth. He goes, you know what? Like, he's telling him what I'm doing and what I'm doing there. He goes, my football philosophy is probably something that people have not seen yet. He understands who he is and where I am. He goes, but people will understand it coming forward. Like, that very humble.
That right there is what you want to hear.
Yeah, because he's telling you probably himself, like, I'm still finding myself as a manager.
Yeah.
He's kind of saying it in his answer. But no matter what philosophy
he
or
knows
whatever,
what he's doing.
He knows that player per player instructions. They'll watch a situation. They'll go to McGinn after. Listen, McGinn. What are you doing there? Why are you not pressing that harder? Or why are you not looking around? Why are you not being more aware of this situation?
But I'll tell you what, though, right? I like the way the players have responded to him within 2 weeks.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
This is the point I wanted to make about Conte earlier. That how are the Tottenham players not responding to such a big coach?
Yeah.
Like such a respected name in the game.
Because there's a rot in the changing room.
There's something wrong
Carrick
in them players. You've got to get rid of that deadwood. Whereas Gerrard's walked in, and then players are like, you know what? I want to listen. I want to learn. I want to play for this coach, and I'm gonna make sure I do my role correct.
Not Gerrard. I'm being managed by Gerrard. That's like.
Yes, big. It's big in the Premier League.
Champions League winner.
If they were Italian,
international,
Conte would do that for him. But they're not Italian, innit? So all these English players, they're not going to look up to Conte.
But I don't think them Tottenham players would look up to Gerrard if he was to walk in and take that job there.
No.
You reckon they would?
No. They've had
Gerrard
Mourinho,
and
thingy, and what's his name? What's Mourinho? Who came after Mourinho? Nuno. And then they've got Conte now. It doesn't seem like they literally care. They do not care.
They're not bothered.
They're just here for the money and they're jetting.
Kane got scored in. I was looking at it. I was trying to find the last game he scored. It took me a long time to find. About 7 games or something. Yeah, man.
Not as bad as Bruno, though, is it?
For Tottenham.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can score them.
13, 14 games for Bruno, isn't it?
Score them.
Yeah. Not as bad as that, though, is it? Shut up. Anyway.
This guy. Why are you hating on Bruno? At least Bruno's playing and working hard for his team.
I know.
This guy.
I know.
You're a waste, man.
Now one player's running, all of a sudden now,
You're a waste, man.
He's had assist.
Did you hear what he said? At least he's running. At least he's working for the team. You know, you aren't running. I don't know what it is. Just because you can't run no more yourself.
This is my.
As soon as you see next man running, you get gassed.
This is my notes. This is my internet connected phone.
Good for
I will
you.
prove you wrong and find how much Bruno's contributed in the last few weeks.
Please do.
Next game, man. Brighton Leeds.
I don't want to talk about that game.
And I just want to say one thing. I'll summarise it in one point. This is the game of poor strikers and ungrateful fans.
I was saying this, yeah. They need to be very, very careful what they wish for, because
The Brighton
after
fans.
Brighton fans, after Potter goes, who are you going to get next? They must be thinking of themselves as some kind of big club that's going to attract a big name manager to come in. You're not going to get no one. Nobody. I mean, let's be real. Scott Parker, that could be your go-to, but would he drop who he's with now?
He's been bits there as well.
I know he's doing very well there. Would he leave them? He's at Bournemouth now, isn't he? Yeah. Would he leave Bournemouth to go to Brighton?
Yeah, they're not the managers you really want to be replacing Potter with.
Exactly.
Potter's done bits.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, who else could you go?
Oh my God,
Can I-
that gets me so
And I mean, I'm not a fan of Brighton. I couldn't give a crap. But I'm a fan of Potter, and I think, wow, put some
Yeah.
respect on that guy's name.
Yeah, there's.
How come, like,
I mean, where do they think they sat? I mean, in the table.
Can I just also say, yeah, the reason why I called it the game of poor finishes and or poor strikers and ungrateful fans is I was watching it with one of my good friends who's a Leeds fan.
Okay.
And then I was on public transport on a train to a different part of West Yorkshire, to Bradford, the same evening after watching this game with my boy.
Okay.
And there was kids or 18-year-old average age guys talking about the game, and they were all dissing Bielsa. These Leeds people, Leeds fans, right, who haven't supported Leeds until they went back to the Prem. It's only because of Bielsa did they have a Leeds shirt that they own.
Yeah.
And now saying Bielsa out. I'm thinking, you guys
You
retarded.
should have
Same-
just slapped him.
Are
I
you
would have
guys-
just slapped.
I'm
I'm not a Leeds fan,
I'm not-
and I would have got up and just slapped him up me.
Listen, I'm telling you now, like you've got to think to yourself, right? The same way I would say about Brighton fans. After him, who are you going to get? Lampard.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
where are you going to go then? Back down to the Championship.
Exactly.
You need to be very,
you'd be
very
lucky to
careful.
get a Mike Dean, innit? You'd be lucky to get that caliber manager. You're not.
He's not even available now. He's gone to Norwich.
And who are you going to get who's going to make such a poor team?
Mike Dean. Mike Dean's a referee.
Not Mike Dean.
You
Dean
absolute
Smith.
idiot.
Dean Smith, sorry. Yeah, I'm getting them all mixed up, man. All these English names sound the same.
Wow.
All these guys look the same.
Mike Dean. Mike Dean used to work for Manu. I know Mike Dean used to work for Manu.
He did.
He worked for
Yo,
Manu,
one
didn't
sec,
he?
though, one sec. You know what it is? It's so bad because
Manu
there's
should
so
sign
many
him.
injuries. Last week against Tottenham, there were so many injuries. The guy played Phillips at centre back, played out of his like you wouldn't have imagined that performance from Phillips, even though he's such a good player. The whole team performed against Tottenham. Again, they got a point against Brighton, who are a much better team, and you're travelling to them, and you got your point back.
Phillips is a baller.
And Phillips is a ball.
And he's a grafter.
And for me, obviously, you wanted to disrespect Rafinha a bit, but Rafinha was back in the team.
Could have done more.
And so was Rodrigo. And I think they look like more of a team. They look like more of a team.
You expect more from that kind of player.
I do with Rafinha. But not to
No,
get
you don't.
specific into it, right?
Anyway, let's move on now. It was a dead game.
Okay, it was a dead
And
game.
the fans
0-0.
are dead. Both the fans
Both
are
the
dead.
fans are dead.
Dead.
But
Yeah.
can I just say one
No,
banter?
no,
One bit of
no,
banter.
no,
Do you
no.
know Roberts? The player Roberts?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why the Leeds fans are annoyed?
Why?
It's because the guy always comes on every game pretty much. Doesn't score, doesn't assist.
Yeah.
He's just always flops in it. So there was a Leeds fan who posted this meme, and it puts the definition of insanity is doing the same thing multiple times, again and again, and expecting different results. And that picture of Roberts. And he's so whack.
That's bad.
He's actually
I feel sorry for him though.
I mean,
Because he does try.
he's a whack player.
He's a championship player. Okay. The next game.
Should we go? We're going to go Europe anytime soon because the remaining games they're expected wins for.
Yeah.
Apart from City. City wasn't expected against West Ham, but you would expect
No.
them to beat West
At
Ham.
home to West Ham, I was expecting them to win.
Yeah, you would. But West Ham have been on that good roll, but they seem to be in a little dip right now, don't they?
This is their. Now we're going to see what West Ham are about.
They won in the Europa. They won last week.
No, they didn't win last week.
Since beating Liverpool, they've had
They won last week.
They didn't win last
They didn't
week.
win last week, I don't
They
think.
dropped points last week.
Did they?
I can't remember what it was, but that's 2 games now in a row.
West Ham lost to. Who was it they lost to last week?
Was it not? No, was it?
Was it a draw?
I can't remember exactly.
I'm going to check it right now.
Right, but
Move on to Europe.
on that note, before Europe, West Ham now have been caught by Arsenal, haven't they?
Level on points.
Level on points by Arsenal. That's what I'm saying. So we were all hyping up about the West Ham team going to be breaking into fourth.
Listen,
And now-
they lost to Wolves last week.
That's when it 1-0, wasn't it?
1-0.
And Jimenez goal, really good Jimenez. We forgot to get Jimenez on Team of the Week. He played fantastic. But on that note, yeah,
You know
we're
what?
looking at
This
West
is-
Ham now.
I just want to say, right,
And Arsenal are there.
the next couple of games, Brighton at home, right, Chelsea home, then Burnley away, then they got Arsenal away.
What about Arsenal? They've got United next.
Yeah.
It's that after this little bit period as well, we're going to see where United are as well, obviously, because are United going to be competing for this fourth place or not? So
Well, it's next Thursday.
Next
that
Thursday.
Arsenal play Manchester United at Old Trafford. Is it next Thursday?
Is that a Prem game?
Prem game.
come on,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
But we're getting into that Christmas period now, loads of games.
Loads of games.
Juicy, going to be juicy.
Yeah.
So right, well, so we got that game. We've also looking at the next game was Arsenal. 2-0
Arsenal against Newcastle. A very efficient performance.
Efficient.
It was a good reaction after the humbling they got at Anfield.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Like there was a few players that we discussed, that we were saying.
Tavares looked like Wan-Bissaka, basically.
Lokonga, and who else? That we were picked out the name and said, listen, they had a shocker.
They had an
right?
absolute shocker.
Absolute
Tavares
shocker.
played out of his skin.
But Tavares against Newcastle, his response was correct.
It was. You know what? It was
You could
so
tell.
bold.
Like he was ready. He thought,
Yeah.
you know what? After what happened last week, that's not me, and that's what you want to see. Like after they got humbled, like even Tomiyasu,
Yeah.
he came up against him.
Saint Maximan kept him quiet.
Why had him in his pocket?
You know what? Tomiyasu as a defensive performance, you can't because Tavares was going all the time as well.
Yeah.
For him to just be aware,
He had him in his
and
pocket.
had a good balance, and yeah, they dealt with everything. Newcastle
Again,
had.
like I hate Arsenal, yeah, but sometimes you have to. I think the manager's obviously spoken to him.
Yeah.
It's not just the players. The manager's probably spoken to him after the game and picked them up like mad. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
made them
Because they've come
run.
out.
Yeah.
Like, they've come out like even the game they had. Bukayo Saka had a wicked game. Some of the skills he was doing on the pitch, I was like, wow, he was
Kyle
delivering.
was he was just dancing.
Yeah, he was.
It looked good.
He delivered the sauce.
Martinelli.
Defensively as well, he's doing really well.
Really well.
Yeah.
he was grafting.
Smith Rowe played well.
Yeah.
Odegaard played well. The Congo, obviously, you
Yeah,
mentioned,
played very well.
stood out to you. Partey obviously played decent. But for me, I'm going to give my man of the match and the one who stands out the most to me. I just love him. You mentioned him, his name just a minute ago. Martinelli.
Martinelli,
bro.
man.
He's the
That
natural.
goal.
He is the best finisher at Arsenal.
Yep.
Even though Lacazette and Aubameyang are very good finishers. Who Aubameyang again.
Aubameyang hit the post.
Again. Yeah, he's just out of form. But just let's just if you can watch that replay again, watch it. Martinelli, how the ball comes over,
Oh, I've watched that goal a few times.
and just how you just
Very,
puts it in the
very
other
good
side.
goal. Very good goal.
And he's always had that
Yeah.
from day one. And I
And
love
he's
them
come back
kind
from
of
a very
strikers.
big injury as well.
Big injury.
Yeah.
Love that. He's
Yeah.
obviously on my
I'm
nominations.
very happy for him.
I was happy for him
Yeah.
as well. That's the guy for me that I'm gonna.
And he's young, and he's like, that's the kind of player that would be hunted by the big teams, Man
The Bayerns
City,
and-
like Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Liverpool.
Yes.
That Chelsea would even hunt a player like that but Chelsea have got so many of them players.
Yeah.
But they would buy him anyway just to have him.
Just
sat
have
on the
him there.
bench,
Yeah.
just in case.
Just in case. Yeah.
But you understand, he's that kind of
But
player.
he's the future, isn't it?
He is the future.
He's the future. So
Yeah. Him, Emil Smith Rowe, Bukayo Saka, like them guys, they've got that flavour.
yeah, they do. Let's run over 4-2 Leicester. They're finally back to winning ways.
Vardy, 2 goals.
Vardy 2 goals.
Madison
smashed it.
back from
Madison
injury.
got a goal back from injury. Dennis stood out again.
Yep.
As he's been standing out for Watford. King, I like King.
I know.
I like King. Got his penalty goal, didn't he? Good game. We unfortunately wasn't televised, so we couldn't watch it. So we can't go into depth about it. But it's good that Vardy got his 2 fantastic goals.
He's had a dip recently.
He has had a
Although the
little
Man U game, he scored a very, very good goal.
He's got a fantastic goal.
After that, he's had a bit of a.
Yeah,
But
it's good.
he's got 2 today, so he'll
So
be
he's
back
nominated.
now.
He's nominated.
Of course.
for Team of the Week.
Of course, because the goals he scored were very good goals.
I'm nominated Dennis as well because I think after 2 weeks in a row now, he's been looking like a menace.
Yeah.
Like that one.
I do like that
Like that one. And should we move to the
That was a very
Euro
good one.
really quickly?
Yep. Champions League. Listen.
So there was AC Milan now looking at the back on the map fully to
But
beat.
they didn't get through, but they beat Atletico Madrid away,
Yeah.
right? For AC Milan to finish 3rd in that group, it was a tough group, to be fair.
It was tough. Really tough.
Atletico Madrid finished 4th in that group. So it says a lot about that group.
So who's the second then?
Porto.
Porto?
Yeah.
No. If you looked at that, you'd have thought.
Porto would have finished last, and Liverpool.
But there's still one more game.
No, it's done.
Is it done?
The group stage is done.
Is it?
Yeah. No.
It's 5 games been played. 5 games.
Have they not played 6?
They haven't played 6.
Also, there's 1 game left.
1 game left.
1 game left. That means
But
AC can go through.
Yeah, because some groups are decided, some groups aren't.
Yeah.
So AC can.
Liverpool, I think AC can. I'll just double check that now.
Let's
I
have
thought
a
it was
check.
done.
Yeah, I watched Chelsea Juventus. That's why I wasn't shocked, but I was happy with how Man U performed today, because how they just absolutely annihilated Juve. Every part of the pitch they looked better.
No, listen, I said to you earlier.
Chelsea, and it was Reece James, obviously, that I mentioned before. It was Chilwell, who's been like
AC can
incredible.
go through.
They can.
Yeah.
So, guys, we've moved on to
Studio
2. Yes, we've come up in the world. We've put about. How much did you pay for these?
Not a lot.
And this is from home as well.
It's from home, innit?
Fantastic. We put about 10 quid together, guys, and we made a new studio for Team of the Week. Fantastic. Right, what's going on?
Can't be saying fantastic like that no more.
Oh, he's gone now. Oh, he's gone. Oh.
Makes me feel sorry for him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
You're done. He's a bully, you know. Bar
Yeah.
is a bully, bro.
Okay.
So the keepers, the options are Ramsdale,
Yep.
Sanchez, Alisson, Meslier.
I thought Meslier and Sanchez both really kept their teams in it. Sanchez had the one to save Roberts, fantastic save. It was a one-on-one, probably got them the point. So out of them two in that game, I would say Sanchez. Ramsdale made one really good save. It was Alisson was the other one, right?
Yep.
It didn't work that hard. I would even say De Gea today probably was better. He made more outstanding saves, but for me, I think Sanchez's one-on-one save with his legs, I think that's the one that gets it.
Sanchez?
Yeah. And for this reason as well, what I don't want, yeah. Why are you laughing?
Give him the pen, man.
What are you guys on?
No, it's alright.
Can you read it,
Yeah, no, but why is your S like what's wrong with your wrist?
bro?
Anyway, I don't want to hear this.
You want to type?
No, type.
Hi.
Maybe you should be typing. You're right.
Go
You
on.
should be typing.
Go on.
No. You're gonna get one more chance.
One more chance.
Don't mess this
Don't
up.
mess this up, yeah?
I'm gonna change your name to Maguire.
Are you
on,
right.
the Man United board by any chance?
This guy, excuse me, lads. Yeah, just continue now.
One more chance.
Let's
We'll give him a bit more time.
Let's continue. Come on,
Right.
next player. Next
Right
player.
backs.
Go on, moving on.
Tomiyasu,
Tomiyasu, great
Reece
game.
James.
Great game midweek.
Yep.
Got locked off by Tellers.
Yep, and Lamptey. Why is Lamptey on the list?
You know what?
I just read him Lamptey.
You know what? I love Tarek Lamptey.
Why do you sneak that one in?
I love
You
Tarek
didn't suggest
Lamptey.
that.
And he's come back from injury finally after
Oh, shut up, you
a year and a
waffler.
half out. You know, he's the
think he's
Brighton
proper.
manager loves him.
I know he does.
He proper loves him.
But
He's
yeah,
a hard
to
worker.
be fair, you know what? He
Up
is a
and
grafter.
down. You know what? I don't think he played fantastic. He played all right.
No, he played
He
okay.
didn't play enough to get in Team of the Week.
Exactly.
I wanted his team name in there, so you're ready for the time when he performs.
Proper fanboy.
You know he's going to
You
be
know
in
he's
the team.
managing him as well.
Him as well now, that's how I know.
Got a few guys in this.
So I think Tomiyasu should get it.
You think? No. Reece James killed you, mate, man.
No, but because the way you can't go from one end of the
Extreme.
spectrum to the other in the
Okay.
space of 3 days.
All right, we'll give it Tomiyasu just for you.
No.
No. We've been trying to get Reece James in for so many weeks. Trent's been taking it off him.
Yeah.
This week, let's give it Reece James.
Tomiyasu boxed off.
All right.
He didn't get boxed.
Okay. You know what? I'll give you this one. How do you spell his name? Is it Tom Iyasu? Like that?
If it's why have you put an O?
All right. Anyway.
Can I just ask Baha, why have you
I'm gonna call him Tommy. There you go.
Can you not write straight?
I can't. Not
You
this morning.
spaced all of these out saying we'll get all the names in, but you wrote his name up to there.
All right.
And you're trying to join the magnets.
And your amateurish presenting skills are you've got your back to the camera 24/7, and our amateurish producer's not letting you know. You need to be this way onto the camera, kid. All right.
Tell you something, I'm trying to hide
What are you
what
doing?
you've written.
Excuse me.
Try again.
Okay. So I'm
Please.
just gonna write his name as Tommy. There you go. Is that all right? Tommy Yasu's on the team.
Thank you.
Who have we got? Centre backs. Two
Right.
centre backs in this
Centre back.
formation.
You've got Guehi, Tomori, Van Dijk, Alaba.
Alaba, you said scored a free kick midweek,
Yeah.
right? Guehi Guehi, I think it's called, right? For Crystal Palace, bought from Chelsea. The third most expensive Crystal Palace signing ever, scored a goal.
He's a good player.
Against Villa. Good
He's a
player.
good player.
Who was it? Tomori, who you're
I want
screaming
in.
about. I think Van Dijk's in.
And Tomori.
And Tomori.
What
Over
a par-
Alaba.
Yeah. What a partnership that would be.
Yeah, it is a partnership. That
Listen,
works.
that works
No,
so
but
well.
one sec. Van Dijk, Alaba though.
No.
Van Dijk, Alaba
No.
works better.
Van Dijk, Tomori, because...
Quality-wise,
No,
innit?
hear
Come
me
on,
out.
quality,
Hear me out.
They're not getting beat, them two.
No. Tomori and Van Dijk are not getting beat because he's a beast. And with Van Dijk's voice next to him.
Okay.
Boy.
You just love Tomori, don't you?
It's a
He's
baller.
our European player on the Champions League week. We get at least one in the team.
Yeah.
He's going to be in there. So it's VVD. That's Virgil van Dijk, guys.
Oh,
just to
wow,
let
yeah.
you know. Yeah. And then it's this one is
The ratio
Tomo.
is right.
This one is Tomo.
Okay.
Tomiyasu. Tomori.
Left back.
Left back.
Robertson, Tavares, or Telles.
Robertson.
Robertson.
Easy shout there. Even though I liked all of their performances, Robertson is in that team there. Who's that? Stop mocking it. Who's that?
Midfielders. We got McGinn. We got Lakonga,
Yep.
Thiago,
You gonna read to me or you gonna read to the camera?
Kroos,
Can
Gündogan,
I say the one name, please?
Fernandinho,
Let him say that.
Lanzini, Hendo.
And Fred!
Freddie! So Freddie is gonna be here. He's
Okay.
already took that shirt. Just because we
Why is it Fred?
it's Fred. Alright, who else is who else? Lanzini,
Thiago. Put Thiago.
Thiago's there, okay. Thiago maybe even there. It's gonna
To be honest, you should put Fred there, Thiago there.
No, he's gonna be getting the ball from deep, playing it. Alright.
Yeah.
I was about to
You about move the magnets then,
was about to-
you absolute dimwit.
Okay. Right. Freddie as plays as a CDM.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have Thiago here. Who else are the nominees?
We've got Fernandinho,
Go on.
Lanzini,
Yep.
Kroos. But Kroos is not in because we got Tomori.
Yeah.
McGinn, Lakonga,
You know what?
Hendo. I would have Hendo.
Who are have we got loads of nominations for attackers?
We've got strikers.
Strikers, yeah.
We've got Vardy, Martinelli, Benz, Hala.
And then what's
Dzeko.
and Dzeko. And the wingers?
In wingers you got Dennis, Mane, Salah, Sancho, Saka, Mbappe, and Jota.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna change it up. Sorry guys. Forget Hendo this week. Hendo, you're not gonna get in. I'm really sorry. We're gonna do it like this, yeah? So Thiago
Yep.
as the number 8.
Yeah.
Fred as the number 6.
Yep.
Left mid, right mid. Who's this in the play?
Yeah.
There you go. So right mid there, and we need to get more attackers in.
Okay.
There's so many great attacker performances.
Okay.
Who's going to be on left wing? I just want Mbappe in there, man.
Mbappe.
I think Mbappe is just going to pop. He's got a really good goal against
why I don't like him?
City. Why do you not like him?
Because he doesn't work hard.
It's really annoying me now.
Thank you. Go on. That's
Thank you,
good.
Stephen.
I like that. Stephen, why Stephen?
Because he looks like
He's lost, man.
Steven Spielberg. He's not wearing his cap today.
Look.
When he wears his cap,
Yeah.
he's Steve-O.
Okay.
Right.
Mbappe,
Mbappe,
why do you not
okay.
like him?
Because he walks about like he walks like he's won everything already and he doesn't have to do anything.
He
Like,
has won everything already. That's the
He's won a
problem.
World Cup.
Yeah.
That's not everything.
Okay, he's not won the
He's not won the
Champions
Champions League.
Yeah.
He's not won the league in a real league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
He
right?
has. He has. Okay. But
I can understand Messi doing it.
yeah.
He can do whatever he wants on the pitch.
All right.
But I don't respect
Who else has been nominated? He said.
it. You got Salah,
Sancho.
Sancho's
Dennis.
in, isn't it?
Sancho's in.
Sancho's in. So this is going to be a tough team to break into. Is there any other hard-working wingers we can get in?
Put Salah there.
Because I could put a hard-working winger in Mbappe up here.
Put Salah there.
Why Salah?
Why not Salah?
Like, Jota's obviously in.
And with
Ahead of
Salah.
Salah.
With Salah.
Dzeko, no Benz, no Vardy. Vardy 2 goals.
I know, but
Vardy's in. All right, Vardy's in. You pick the other guy. There you go. Vardy is back in.
Vardy's back in.
God. You're right there.
You try it, man.
Have you got dementia?
It's hard to do it, man, on an angle as well.
Anyway.
Vardy's in.
Okay.
So this team is just a hard, fast team. Is it
it
Salah?
I would say
Dzeko?
over him, yeah.
Over him
Over him,
is
Martinelli
Martinelli
with Jota.
with Jota.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Martinelli's not getting in ahead of him. this team is a very different. I would actually need a Benzo or a Dzeko in this team to hold the ball up and play a bit better ball. I would, because it's too much fast.
Well, then take him out and put Benz in then.
No. Okay, I'll do it. I know Jota should be in the team.
You're going to take Jota out?
No, I would do the other way around, man.
I know.
What is he doing?
There you go. No, what do you mean? Vardy over Vardy after Vardy's back to his best.
Jota's been smashing it midweek.
Yo, team of the week. I've got the pen done. See you next week. Watch out for the TikTok. Peace.